Fifth day of the apocalypse, you knocked on your neighbor's door. The lid was not angry, but also warmly welcomed you, had erupted. Eventually, the world's population had turned into zombies. But you had a catalog system. As you caught high score beaters, you could receive rewards. At this moment, Bai Ji heard a knock at the door. This instantly raised her guard. It's me. Hearing your voice, Bai Ji finally relaxed. She hurriedly opened the door. You're here, Bai Ji said. You nodded. Then you walked to the living room on your own. Bai Ji followed nervously. You salve, the young woman in front of you. The features. It was clear she had just applied makeup. While the hungerman looked slightly haggard, it did not affect her beauty at all. Seeing this, you appeared calm on the surface, but inside you were already excited. As soon as he entered, he heard the system's prompt. It had only been 2 days, but the woman's favorability towards him had skyrocketed from Zosher to censure. This was a huge leap in favorability. This meant there was potential tonight. You forcibly suppressed your inner excitement. Calm tone, you said. Sister Bai, you call me over so late? We'll misunderstand. Although you already knew very well, calling you over so late, this did not stop from making her recognize her position first. Seeing Jiang Wei when she had called over, not as happy she had imagined, seemed a bit disappointed. She had thought the man in front of her really wanted her, but now it seemed she had overthought it. She didn't know what to say. Bai Ji stammered, making you anxious for her, in an impatient tone. Sister Bai, something to say, just say. I will definitely help. Hearing this, Sister Bai's turned red. Forget it, but the hunger from her body stopped her abruptly. She gritted her teeth. So I just want to ask you, do the words you said 2 days ago still count? Smile. Finally, you said it. It's been too long. Well, knew what the woman was talking about. We couldn't help but want to press her a bit. It's what you said that day. Bai Ji blushed. She kept fitting with her, continued to not to understand. The young woman's shy appearance was really adorable. It's what you said. Willing to be your woman? Bai Ji hadn't finished her sentence. Her face turned even redder. She almost stammered. What doesn't this man remember? If found something amusing, there should be limits to teasing. So Jiang Wei pretended to suddenly remember. It's been too long. You should have said her. Here, the Sister Bai's cheeks turned even redder. She realized that Jiang Wei was teasing her. How can this little guy be like this? What I said is always valid. So smile. Under Bai Ji's astonished gaze, he waved his hand grandly. Full of 10 dishes and a soup appeared on the table. He had prepared it earlier, kept it in his personal space. After using it for these days, he has discovered. This portable space has a preservation effect. Anything placed inside can maintain its original state. It's like a natural freezer, but it's not over yet. Since Jiang Wei decided to show off, to teach this woman a lesson with his hand. Countless food items temporarily filled the room. The gobble operation was undoubtedly extremely impactful for Bai Ji. Her red lips formed no shape, but next second, the untimely growling sounds made her too busy to think. Why can't I eat first? I haven't eaten for days. Sister Bai's face turned red, though her stomach made her feel a bit embarrassed. But even when the goddess embarrassed remained, it was still, of course, all these are yours. Wei's permission. Bai Ji eagerly sat on the sofa. Thank you, Jiang Wei. Bai Ji's favorability towards the hostess increased. Current favorability is a sish. Wei's imagination of her eating heartily and drank great style. Were very elegant. A lady is a lady. Her demeanor was perfectly handled. It was not polite. Canted his arm around the woman's shoulder. Bai Ji stood all over. She did not, in small bites. Satisfied the woman's reaction. The effort of psychological preparation. Eat more, you need strength to work. As he looked at the woman in his arms, truly rare beauty, he stroked her. This woman was as obedient as his pet. Half an hour later, who was full, burped contentedly, and fullest meal. She had eaten since the apocalypse. Complete switcherty. She seemed completely refreshed. No longer haggard appearance from before. She glanced at the food on the table. She had eaten less than 1/10. Really too much given? She didn't finish it all. Was still a bit embarrassed. Could you give me the remaining food? Don't waste. After the cruel apocalypse, she understood the value of food even more. But the next second, Jiang Wei waved his hand and laughed. Don't worry, all this food is not only that. The food in this room is also yours. Compete you. Your words. Bai Ji very happy. But what made him even happy yet to come? And I have another rule here. My woman must eat the best and use the best. So these are not needed. They are. In the entire, would dare say this with confidence, the portable space. He didn't have to worry about food spoilage at all. Don't worry, I never treat my woman badly. A darning statement. This lady, extremely excited, filled with stars as she looked at Jiang Wei. It was a commemoration. Congratulations to Bai Ji's favorability as the hostess deepened. Current favorability. Because he knew this woman was almost as... But then Jiang Wei suddenly changed the tone. Her breathing became tense. He didn't keep her in suspense anymore. Don't forget, we had an agreement beforehand. You are full. I'm not full yet. As he spoke, he pounced on Bai Ji. Checked it, everyone? 2 hours later, detected. The goddess Bai Ji's favorability towards the hostess reached Usher. Successfully unlocked Bai Ji's exclusive catalog. Bai Ji, a natural young woman. Identity, foreign language teacher. Age, censure R, overall score, George C. Favorability, Deuce reward, maintenance count, Sen. System. Tribute panel. Jiang Wei come to Bai Ji beside him, while checking the rewards for unlocking Bai Ji. Host Jiang. First ability level, 2nd tier, awakened ability. SS level, King of Space. Simultaneously unlocked Goddess Chen Jai. Bai Ji gained a lot this time. First ability level was upgraded to the 2nd tier, followed by SS level telekinesis. This is a development of his mental power. Ability. Once await. Comes with a sub-ability telekinetic perception. The perception range telekinesis can fully cover. Any movement within the range will be exposed. Simply the first choice for danger planning. Seeing this, he used it on the sleeping sisters next door. Used it once. Everything was clear. At this time, Xiao was like a cola, sleeping on her sister. The next morning, after Zhang made a loving breakfast, he sneaked back to his room. He hadn't figured out how to talk to the sisters yet. The big picture for the small details. And the sisters are top-notch. Can't let it go. Zhang Wei just returned to his room. Then Zhang Wei hadn't gone out these days. Food was enough. The external threats in the community were resolved by him. No need to worry about being ambushed for now. So these days. And use his abilities during the day. And once it got dark, immediately sneak to the opposite side. His efforts did pay off. Baiji's favorability to him directly increased from Nusa to Basharar and the others. And Baiji's favorability, using a cheat code. Definitely the fastest. Of course, the bigger gain is obtaining a new SS-level telekinesis ability. Controlling the movement of objects through telekinesis. Can control weapons for long-range sniping. It's the same as the Galaxy Lord brother fan. After these days of practice, he has gone from only being able to control one fruit knife. He would control fruit knives simultaneously. So overall, he isn't living quite comfortably these days. But this comfortable life didn't last long. The sure day apocalypse, water and gas stopped. The era finally arrived. The whole world fell in complete madness. The sudden power outage. Both sisters were quite pissed. Fortunately, Zhang Wei was prepared. Took out the generator he had brought from the supermarket. And it was silent. It was fine. He brought many bottles of water from the supermarket before. Enough for bathing and drinking. But now the only problem is, the diesel fuel for the generator won't last long. 3 days before the power goes out. It's okay, I plan to go out tomorrow to get some diesel from the nearby gas station on the dim light. We held Sister Jai in one arm and Sister Ya in the other. Now she could only comfort the sisters like this. The sudden darkness scared both sisters, but due to the sisters' relatives, they couldn't have a deep heart-to-heart conversation on my ability. I will be able to help you in the future. Jay in his arm said firmly. Wei's observation. Nobody awakening progress is reached by Mzoshba fully in the next couple days. After cutting the sister back to their rooms, immediately the opposite side. Baidu was on waiting for a living room. Hasuti. Baiji naturally wrapped her arms around his neck and then naturally sat on his lap. For the past few days, did you rest well last night? Joey chuckled. After a few days of maintenance, even more pronounced, Jimmy glanced, but there was no blame in her eyes. Instead, they were filled with love. Oh, I plan to go out tomorrow. Gas station. If it's not necessary, go the other side. Thinking about going out tomorrow? I should still inform her before leaving. Then you must be careful when you go out. After these days of close contact, Bite regarded the man in front of her as her only reliance in this apocalypse. Looking the worry in the woman's eyes and his arms, Zhang Wei chuckled. So good. Why not give me a send-off before I leave? Baiji's slender fingers caressed Zhang Wei's face. Lips slowly approached his ear. How can I help you, my lord? Zhang was already overwhelmed with emotion. Pressed Beiji to the ground. This place. I've seen it for After a night of rest and recuperation, Zhang Wei set off. Upstairs, watching her man's departing figure, Chen Jie was lost in thought. Her Jiao thought her sister was a single-parent brother-in-law. Clicunded her sister. Well, it's okay. And when this girl talks about her brother-in-law, her eyes are full of stars filled with admiration. Jai lovingly stroked her sister's hair. Our family and another sister take it. What do you think? When Jai said this, her eyes flickered. Good. In-law agree. In-law is so good, he definitely will, her sister's words. To breathe a sigh of relief. At the same time, she looked at the room across the way. Who came out of building, now immediately go to the gas station. But first went to build a new. It's been said. I wonder how Cheng Yi and the widow has been doing. At the door of her room, building new. There was immediate movement inside the door. Telepathic perception. She saw one inside holding a fruit knife. Cheng Yi, it's me. Familiar voice. Chen's eye read a silently. An open door. So you little rascal. You haven't come to see me. I thought you had forgotten about me. Cheng Yi spoke with a start. Her words were filled with grievance. She really regretted it. Since the day when this man left, she felt particularly lonely, especially last night when the power went out. Weren't for the man in front of her, candles for her in advance. She really couldn't have stood it. What's wrong with Cheng Yin? It's only been a few days and you miss me so much. Zhang Wei chuckled. He casually racked his arm around the woman's slender waist. Tusk still so improper. In Zhang Wei's arms, Cheng Yin struggled a few times. She could only blush. This is too verbose. I'll skip it for too loud. Zhang Wei drove an SUV out of the garage. He was driving on the street. Most zombies he encountered were knocked away. Only a few were more tenacious. Tied to the off-road vehicle. In the end, they were killed by his fruit knife. So the journey was relatively smooth. Muzam was heading to 3 kilometers from the community, but before the apocalypse. Just minutes of the press of the accelerator. But now it's different. All the way cars were running ahead, with zombies flying behind. So just getting to the gas station. It took more than half an hour, although it took a bit longer. But at least he arrived safely. The car. Joey first scanned the area with his psychic sense. It was only by meters. He could only see a store at the gas station entrance, but he still felt more confident. Zombies inside the convenience store. Probably still gas station staff, just in case. He still took out his Tang sword. For now, Tan is still his best weapon for close combat. He walked towards the convenience store. It is located below the convenience store. This convenience is unavoidable. Suited. The zombies that heard the noise rushed towards him. Having not seen prey for a long time, Wild Dog ceases. Just as crazy. Without time. Pulled out his Tang, slashed Philly a few times. Used for 7 days. Tang was still sharp. Wouldn't kill me. It was as smooth as silk. Not lying. Her 8 zombies are all taken care of by. I'll follow killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Zhang Wei also did get to loot this small convenience store. The mosquito's meat. Continuing down, the supermarket has a back door. No storage tank area. The door was tightly locked. Zhang Wei swung his sword. The giant all lock was destroyed. With his psychic sense and issues. He then entered to prevent act. As he looked, what came to view were 3 large oil storage tanks. The main tank marked the worst cubic meter sign. 2 of them were gasoline. 1 was diesel. Total E bar cubic meters, cubic meter equaling E liters. There was roughly E bar worse liters of liquid petroleum here, just this oil. Could easily fill up our, or buy, cars with usual liter fuel tanks. Needless to say, Jungle was grinning from ear to ear. Take it all. Worry of running out of liquid petroleum in the short term. Next to the gas station, there's also a KFC. This fast food restaurant, which was open after hours, is now completely closed. But as soon as he walked in, a waiter wearing a KFC uniform, a zombie rushed over, but was directly served with a fruit knife. Considering the taste of the women at home, in case they get tired of eating rich food every day. John decided to take these fried chicken machines back, so they want to eat fried chicken and still change taste to the storage room. He stored the equipment's personal space. Now it's perfect to leave the KFC. The next second he saw through the window station. A group of zombies had gathered at some point. The numbers are densely packed. Looking around, there must be hundreds of them. These zombies are all looking at this KFC. Clearly, he has become the target of these zombies. What puzzled him was, in the bright eyes of these zombies, there was already a look of hunger. They did not immediately rush to attack him. Something is wrong. It's completely logical. Just as Young was puzzled, second, the system provided the answer. Please note, first level zombie detected.